I want to welcome you to the 15th annual Whitin Middle School Debate Championships. And this one is extra special. It's the last time these debates will be held here at Whitin Middle School. As you know, next year we're at our new digs on Capron Street. So thank you all, parents, students, for coming. This is a student-run event, very special to us. Without further delay, we're going to turn it over to our student hosts. Nick Simmons.
Our teachers began these debates back in 1998 as a way of promoting critical thinking, public speaking, and team building skills among our 8th grade students. The debate involves arguing a proposition, and after 12 days of research and practice, randomly selected teams participated in the preliminary rounds. The 3 highest scoring affirmative teams and the 3 highest scoring negative teams were chosen to move forward to these finals. Those are the teams that will be seen tonight in the extended round.
At the conclusion of the 3 extended round matches, the 2 highest scoring teams from the extended round will advance to the decisive lightning round. In the lightning round, these 2 teams will be presented with a new, never-before-seen proposition and go head-to-head in a single winner-take-all match. The winning team in the lightning round will be named the 2012 Whitin Middle School Debate Championship. All debate matches consist of 3 parts: the opening, rebuttal, and the closing. Each team argues each of these sections in an alternating manner, with the affirmative team always going first. In the extended round, each team is allowed 1 minute and 45 seconds for the opening and rebuttal sections, and 1 minute and 30 seconds for the closing section. There is a 1 minute pause after both the opening and rebuttal for last-minute revisions. The judges score the debate according to various categories, ranging from overall logic and persuasiveness to the drama and professionalism displayed by the members of the team.
The proposition the students will be arguing today is as follows. Many people, especially the younger generation, spend increasing amounts of time online on social websites such as Facebook, MySpace, gaming sites, chat rooms, Twitter, blogs, and so forth. Many adults, including teachers, have both noted positive and negative consequences of this growing phenomenon. Result: social websites have improved the lives of middle and high school students in America. Remember, the affirmative teams will agree with this proposition and the negative teams will disagree with it.
Before we start, we would like to thank some important people, without whom these debates would have been possible. First, thanks to our preliminary round judges, Kathy Chauvin, Liz Goldberg, and Renee Bianco. We would also like to thank Tracy French, our preliminary round backstage manager. Thanks also to Deb Milliard and Renee Bianco, who even now are having some very nervous students backstage. Thank you also to Uxbridge Public Access Television. These debates are being videotaped this evening, and the program will be shown on the Uxbridge Public Access channel several times during the summer. Finally, we want to congratulate each and every student who took part in the preliminary rounds. It took a lot of courage and hard work.
Now, let's introduce our judges for tonight's round. First, Mrs. Gail Connolly. Mrs. Connolly is Director of Training at Hewlett Packard Corporation.
time to start, you start speaking. Don't forget to remember, you must return the microphone in all positions and opposite hand. Whenever you're ready.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and judges. Thank you for attending this wonderful event known as the Whitin Middle School Grade 8 Week. We, the affirmative team, do believe that social media and networking sites, including but not limited to YouTube, Facebook, MySpace, and Twitter, have improved the lives of middle school and high school students in the United States. And we have four main points. Our first point is staying in touch with friends and family. Let me tell you a story about a young adolescent named Tracy, who gave birth to a beautiful baby girl, Sarah, who was later put up for adoption. Sarah was able to locate her mother later in life via social media, and they've been in constant contact ever since, according to FamilyTree.com. Our second point is self-expression. According to computer.howstuffworks.com, 59% of students report that they use social media to discuss educational topics as well as careers that interest them, along with being able to clearly and accurately express themselves. Students are able to mingle with other students all around the world. Self-expression increases self-directed learning and independence. This brings us to our third point, medical purposes. According to socialmedicine.presdoc.com, people with a certain condition find it challenging to openly talk about their condition with others. Social media makes it easy for people to talk about new treatments, procedures, and blood drives without the hardship of direct confrontation. Lastly, our fourth point, staying connected with cultural and newsworthy events. According to brandonpersonalities.com, social networking is used for newsfeeds for middle school and high school students in real time, just like the infamous Coney 2012 video. Now, the negatives will try to convince you that social media is bad. Due to what? Cyberbullying and obesity? But we need to look past those and see the full glory social media has to offer. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome and thank you for coming, judges and audience, to this year's grade debate. Proposition states that social media has improved the lives of middle and high school students, but we, the negative team, strongly disagree for a number of reasons. Our first point is that through social media, cyberbullying occurs, making it easier for teens to harass others and be harassed. According to DoSomething.org, 9 out of 10, 90% of students have admitted to being cyberbullied, and many do not tell their parents. Only 15% of parents know their children actually experience online according to cyberbullyalert.com. According to kidshealth.org, chronic cyberbullying can leave victims at greater risk for anxiety, depression, and other health problems. This leads us to our next main point, health risks. According to healthgrants.org, 50%, half of today's youth, do not receive enough physical activity. Also, by spending hours on the computer, more prone to computer vision syndrome, carpal tunnel, according to webmedia.com. Our next major point is that social media profiles can jeopardize job and college opportunities. A new study by careerbuilding.com states that more than half of employers use social networking sites to screen their applicants. More than a third of teens have posted something that they later regret, which is on display for future employers according to a study at the University of Washington. Our final point is that social media can lead to a lack of real-life social skills. So let's ask you a question, judges. Do you really know what your kids are doing on social media sites? And you?
Here's how to learn your laws. You see?
So negative team, first point was cyberbullying. Well, guess what? Yes, the suicide rate has gone up, but as you can see, it has stayed within the same boundaries since 1993. In 1993, it's way before social media even existed. So how can you say that the suicide rate has really changed when it's way before? And then cyberbullying has been around for a really long time, but just bullying has been around for years. Cyberbullying is just the turn of the technological generation. Your childhood obesity, social networking sites weren't designed for us to sit in front of them for hours. They were designed to communicate with people you normally wouldn't be able to talk to throughout the world. And then they were also to make money. Since we live in a capitalistic society, and then also theirs or their parents' option to tell the kids when to get offline. And then your carpal tunnel thing, well, guess what? You can get that from writing too, and they still do it. So why would we give up social media and typing for that? And the lower social skills. According to WashingtonTimes.com, Mitsuko Ito, the lead author of a study on the habits of teenagers online, found spending time online is essential for young people to pick up the social skills and technical skills we need to be competent citizens in this digital age. And on your job loss, you said 1/3 get the post. But guess what? That's less than 50%. So that means 2/3 don't. So let's...
Thank you, Affirmative.
The affirmative team mentioned that social media can help you communicate with family and friends. But however, have you even considered the fact that this will decrease the amount of time you spend with them in real life? Not only will this weaken their relationships, it will damage your social skills altogether. An analysis by CNN suggests that young people who spend too many waking hours on social media are more likely to develop social problems, such as the inability to carry out real-life conversations. And they say that Skype is free. False. It is more expensive to use the internet for $55 a month, and that is $30 more than unlimited long-distance phone calls. Skype lags and gives choppy connection, and according to TechReview.com. You also claim that it helps spread their ideas to more people and use self-expression. I don't know if you've noticed that the people on social media sites aren't always polite. Nearly 40% of social media users have displayed uncivil behaviors online, according to KRC research. Does that sound like a safe place for kids to be spreading their feelings? Technology's purpose is to make or become better. The car improves our lives by taking us long distance easily with little harm to us. But social media hasn't improved anything. People can post on websites, but that does not give them a safe way to relieve their anger, like anonymously. Posting on these websites leaves digital footprints. That records our activity, so it's not completely anonymous. You can find out instant news. Teens are using social media for entertainment. 85% of teens say that they use social media for entertainment, not news or current events. Websites have been created to provide information, but that's not social media. That is. It's not.
Once again, we as the affirmative team would like to thank the judges as well as the opposing team for being worthy opponents. Now, let me remind all of you that we have four main points why social media has improved the lives of adolescent peoples in the United States. Our first point is that you can keep and stay in touch with friends, especially over long distances. Remember the heartwarming story my fellow teammate Brian told you about Sarah? By uniting with her mother, one aspect of her life is complete. 2, it's much easier for students to express themselves openly. Kids these days are cool. Ergo, the role of social media can be implemented to provide a safe background for kids to openly express themselves, especially about topics like career choices and other interests. Seriously, how many posts on Facebook about a person in a particular plethora of life's aspects. Point 3, medical treatments. Announcements for blood drives and new treatment options can be directly uploaded to social media sites. Also, social media provides a comfortable environment for people with a certain condition to talk about it openly without the hardships of direct confrontation. 4, it keeps you connected to culture and other newsworthy events. Many American teens got into action after the eye-opening and education Cone 2012 video, which benefited American children as well as the African children by providing us with the lessons of camaraderie and hardships of others. Now, I see the negative team. You said something about your digital footprint. Well, that's for ads. And we live in a capitalistic country, and also, all you really are saying is about the minority and anecdotes of crime. We're speaking.
Thank you again to the judges and audience and the coaching team. Let's reflect on some of the main points we made in proving that social media has not improved the lives of teens in America. Number 1, cyberbullying. Social media worsens cyberbullying. 9 out of 10 students have been victims of these harassments and cruelty, and without social networking, this would never have occurred. You're telling us that it's good because it helps communicate, and you can communicate face to face.
Point number 2, it can jeopardize your future. Do you want your future boss to see the pictures you took in high school of yourself writing? Didn't think so. Point number 3, it ruins your social skills. How is it beneficial to have more friends online than you do in real life? Just because you have 1,000 friends or followers online doesn't mean all the people will be there for you in real life. It also gives teens a false sense of security, making them narcissistic and shallow. Point number 4, it isn't worth the health risk. Social media has been proven to increase depression, anxiety, and narcissism. An hour spent on the computer only adds to the obesity epidemic. Simply put, social media is a waste of time. Time that should be spent with friends and family face to face, not in a digital world. People like your team always jump in on whatever is popular at the time and rarely ever consider the consequences.
Now we wait with agonizing suspense of the judge's decision. The affirmative team is one person.
Now on to our second match of the evening. Representing the affirmative team will be the team of Mackenzie Ether, Josh Bell, Jared Roberts, and Ellie Lopez.
Welcome judges and audience. We are debating whether or not social networks have improved high school and middle school students' lives. We, the affirmative team, agree that they have. We have 6 main points. Our first main point is people can communicate and find relatives they didn't know they even had. Our second main point is police can track down stalkers, rapists, and other bad people on social networks. It helps clear streets and makes them safer. Our third main point is many people get popular or famous through social networks. Some celebrities, for example, are Justin Bieber and Jackie Borden. Our fourth main point is military families can use social networks to talk over long distances with the help of video chat. Our fifth main point is autistic people can talk without being nervous and have the time to process incoming information, and it takes away the stress of being in the situation. Our sixth main point is many businesses can advertise for free on Facebook and other popular sites. This helps teens advertise their businesses, which help pay for cars and better education.
85% of young adults who use social sites report people are kind, according to PewInternet.com. BusinessFinancial.com has also reported that children with autism have been helped using these sites. They help autistic children develop social skills. One site is called Swag. It has over 100 million users, and 90% report that it has improved social ability. Also, according to InsideFacebook.com, the average local business advertising went from 700,000 in December of 2011 to 2 million back in January. So negative team, 4 million businesses disagree with you also.
I'd like to welcome and thank the judges for being here this evening. And we, the negative team, absolutely do not agree that social media sites are improving the lives of middle and high school students. Our first point is that social media websites can lead to health problems after spending too much time on them. According to social networking procon.org, the use of networking sites can cause personality and brain disorders in children. Examples of these are limited attention spans, need for instant gratification, and attention deficit hyperactivity disease. Our second point is that teens may not know what the danger of being on a social media website could be. According to www.et.viuc.edu, teens sign up for an account and begin posting information about themselves and their innermost thoughts. But what they do not realize is that not only their friends are viewing, but also anyone with access to the internet, including online predators and sex offenders.
Our third point is teens don't realize that things they post never leave cyberspace. For example, they can jeopardize your job opportunities. According to socialnetworking.procon.org, teens growing up with these sites may not realize that things they type up, information they post as public, and photos and text can be retrieved even after deletion. Our fourth point is due to social media websites and texting adolescents are using slang instead of formal English for reports and school projects. According to English professor David Marsh from Robertson Community College, students are starting to use more of what people know as texting language in formal English. For example, instead of students saying you as why are you, they are just putting the letter U.
Okay, 1 minute pause.
So the negative team has listed a bunch of points that are pretty weak, in my opinion. First of all, they listed things about obesity and developing brain disorders, but nowadays you have things called smartphones with Facebook apps, and you can check Facebook while you're at the gym or out taking a jog. And you mentioned that stalkers and rapists and all these bad people can find you over the internet. Have you ever been on a social network? They have privacy settings for a reason. You can choose who your friends are. And also, police can use social networks to track down criminals. So that's the exact opposite of what you're saying. And you said that you, the word you equals the letter U. We go to school for 6 hours a day, so if you do that, then you're really not learning much at school. And you said something about how we're losing college applications and we're not finding jobs and it's hurting our chances. Well, there's over 4 million businesses that have advertised themselves on Facebook. Even our own Whitin PTO now has a Facebook page. And also, colleges can advertise via social networks. So, everything that you have said about not finding a job can be counteracted by all of the people who do find a job. And if you choose to sit in front of a computer for X amount of hours a day, then that's your stupid choice. And if you make stupid choices in life, you have to live with them. Kind of like how the negative team made a stupid choice of being on the losing side of this debate. Thank you.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy, give it back. Go, Randy.
Hi. I would like to point out that a friend of the team said that you can help find family they didn't know they had. Well, according to socialnetworking.profile.org, social media sites have people spending too much time online and not enough time interacting face to face. They also mentioned that it allows children with autism to talk in comfort. Well, according to socialnetworking.profile.org, it doesn't help them if it rewires their brain because of the fast pace. So, with our graph according to SFP.com, 39% of teens have posted something they later regretted. 37% of teens have used social media sites to make fun of other students. 25% of teens have created a profile with a false identity. 24% of teens have hacked into someone else's account. And lastly, 13% have posted nude or semi-nude photos of themselves or others online. And how many of you believe that this Boston University medical student would be a wonderful person to meet over the internet? Well, so did this woman until she was murdered by him. According to biography.com, Philip Markoff answered for massage services on Prince's death. He talked to 26-year-old Julia Brisman and later met with her at a Boston hotel and killed her. After hearing this, how can you say that meeting people is a positive thing about social media websites when you could end up like Julia Brisman dead in a hotel room? Also, according to jobs.animals.com, if you comment or like something that could potentially be racist or judgmental, the company they applied to could do a background check and cannot hire you because you were being racist.
Thank you.
First of all, I'd like to thank the judges for their time and consideration. To recap, our main points were: 1. Communication and finding relatives is easier thanks to social networks. 2. Police can track down people like rapists, child predators, and stalkers who use the networks as they weren't intended to be used. 3. People gain popularity through social networks. Some celebrities such as Justin Bieber and Jackie Yavako are examples of this. 4. Kids and teens with parents in the military can talk to their parents through social networks, and there is truly no good reason that is not a good thing. Every kid deserves to have communication with their parents. 5. Autistic children who don't have the ability to be very social can be through social networks. They have the ability to see things and process them through the networks. Our last one is advertising. People can use Facebook and other popular sites to get more customers and more money comes in. Next, we would like to thank the negative team for being worthy opponents. However, their arguments focus on a small percentage of, yes, tragic incidents, while we focus on the big picture, people. This, along with our facts and references, is why we deserve to win the debate in 2012. If you want to get rid of everything that causes problems, then let's start with cars. I expect none of you to have your license because you're too scared to get in an accident. Remember, people, the world and all of its technology that we all enjoy so much will only continue to advance. Where would we be if it didn't? Social networking is just another example of this. Also remember that we're talking about teens here. We have parents for a reason until we're 18. It's their responsibility to step up and look at what their kids are saying on social networks. Again, thank you for your time and consideration.
We, the negative team, stand by 4 points originally stated by the owner. 1. Social media websites can lead to health problems after overuse. 2. Kids do not know the danger of social media. 3. Kids do not realize things they post never leave. And 4. Kids use slang or texting language on official documents. I would like to remind the judges that these points were well backed up by several facts and references that the other team was unable to disprove. The prompt specifically states that social media has improved the lives of middle and high school students. What does improved actually mean? It means makes it easier, happier, and better. Social media does not make things easier. You have to worry about stalkers and other online threats. It does not make things happier. Cyberbullying has sent many kids into depression. It does not make things better. People can get severe health problems after overuse. This is why negative deserves to win. Our team's facts and references were better quality than the other teams because they got their references from childish websites. We also had many more facts and references than the other team. In fact, I heard no references in the first half of the affirmative opening. We've never said anything about obesity, although you said that we did. You also said that no one ever uses you as a letter on official things, but I personally know somebody who put that on a job application. So, how can you say that? Thank you, judges, for the time and consideration in coming to our 2012 debate.
The negative team has won.
We now move on to the final extended round match of the season. Remember that after the conclusion of this final match, the judges will announce the two highest scoring teams of the season. At that point, those two teams will face one another in the all-important lightning round that will determine the 2012 Whitin Middle School Debate Championship team. Representing the affirmative for the final extended round match is the team of Tim Cotter, Olivia Piangelo, Elizabeth Simmons, and Matt Russo. Representing the negative team will be the team of Jeremy Haley, Jeff Caffarelli, and Dan Rice.
Okay, teams, as always, the affirmative goes first. 1 minute and 45 seconds. Opening round. Timer starts. You start speaking. Don't forget, last time to do it. Now it's got flash. Turn on.
Hello, and welcome to the 2012 8th grade debate. Today we are talking about how social networking such as Facebook and Twitter have improved the lives of middle and high school students all over the United States. We have researched the tasks such as finding long-lost relatives that are important so we can find out the history of our families according to the Ohio State University. Another fact that we have is that entertainment is benefiting for us, such as YouTube and games. They can help the lives of teenagers. People can benefit from YouTube in many ways. One way is being discovered, which could lead to money-related opportunities, according to submityourarticle.com.
Our third point is about e-points. There are several benefits of sending invitations online rather than physically sending them. One of the benefits of using an email to send invitations is not having to use Takes a lot more time to write out every single invitation rather than typing it once and sending it to how many people you would like to according to million.com. Our last point is Skype. Skype is a very beneficial video chatting software for people who want to stay in touch with friends, family, or businesses. In this case, we'll be talking about Skyping with businesses according to mysocialagency.com. There are many ways to stay in touch with your company, but it's always possible to drop calls and not be able to talk to your boss or coworkers. There are many benefits of Skype.
Hello, welcome to the debate. I would like to thank the judges and audience for being here today. Our team has 5 points that we'd like to discuss. Our first point is cyberbullying. More than 1 in 3 young people have experienced cyber threats online according to the ISA Foundation. Our second point is negative health effects. Various studies have shown that social media over time can affect your health. For example, teens who use sites like Facebook continuously may show signs of psychological disorders, including antisocial behaviors and aggressive tendencies, according to Larry Rosen, PhD, professor in psychology at California State University. Our third point is that the fact that posts are permanent. Things that teens post online now may reflect badly on them later when they apply for college or job, according to bullyingstatistics.org. Our fourth point is minors are exposed to dangerous and inappropriate websites. Risks and problems that follow this harsh reality include minors are accessing areas that are inappropriate or overwhelming. They are being exposed to online information that promotes hate, violence, and pornography. Others are revealing a dangerous amount of personal information online according to the American Academy of Childhood and Adolescent Psychiatry. Our fifth and final point is internet scams and frauds. If one uses websites like eBay, other users have the ability to send emails that appear to be from eBay with links that will direct the fraud victim to a website where viruses can be loaded onto their computer. This email may also ask you to verify your account. These are marks of identity.scam according to life123.com. Now back to cyberbullying. More than 1 in 3, around half the teens have been victims of cyberbullying according to bullyingstatistics.org.
We would like to thank the judges, audience, and negative team for being here for our 2012 8th grade debate. Once a human being has arrived on this earth, communication is the largest single factor determining what kinds of relationship a person makes with others and what happens to a child in the world about, according to Virginia Sacker from The Ohio State University. This is the first main point we mentioned about family communication. The second main point we talked about was entertainment, for example, YouTube. A benefit of using YouTube is the informative aspect to the website with current events in both historical sense and pop culture, being readily projected on the website's homepage and linked to their most watched, according to submityourarticle.com. Another example of entertainment is Facebook. One benefit of using Facebook is that it's a page of your profile, which gives you the latest news and posts from your other friends. A lot of people are taking advantage of this page to post information and updates on their personal lives. It can be used to announce a reunion, outing, or any other event, according to benefitof.com. As you can see on our circle graph, Facebook is the most popular website in the United States as of June 2011, according to hitwise.com. And the negative team is worrying about cyberbullying, which happens at school daily. What's next? We get rid of schools? The second benefit of Facebook is you can upload videos, pictures, and music on your wall to express who you are, according to benefitof.net. Our third point we discussed are the benefits of e-bites. E-bites save time. By making paper invites for every single child who's going to your son or daughter's party, a substantial amount of time may be used because of the large amount of things that need to be done, according to helium.com. E-bites reach more people. Many times, if you do not know a person's address, it will be hard to deliver all of the invitations to the correct people invited to your party. With the website such as Facebook, you can be guaranteed that everyone receives their invitation and on time, according to helium.com.
Thank you.
viewers from sites like YouTube, according to itthing.com. And besides, the chances of one becoming famous on the internet are very low. Let's see how many people you can name who become famous from the internet. Another point they brought up was e-bites. The wrong person, you could, if you like send an e-bite on Facebook, the wrong person can see it, and that could lead to like dangerous things. And Skype, you can't count on things like Skype that can crash. And I'd like to touch on some of our points that we brought up. Many of you may not know what NAMBLA stands for. NAMBLA is the North American Man-Boy Love Association, which is the world's largest pro-pedophilia advocacy group. In an investigation done by Fox News in 2010, NAMBLA is using Facebook to connect its members throughout the world to find and exchange photos of young children and to identify, target, and reel in child victims.
Thank you.
On behalf of the affirmative team, we would like to thank the judges, audience, and the negative team for being here tonight. As a team, we have effectively stated that social media and networking sites have definitely improved the lives of middle and high school students. The negative team stressed a big point, cyberbullying. We agree with this, that bullying happens online, however, it doesn't only happen online, and there are ways to block certain websites to avoid the issue. The negative team also talked about health issues. We agree with this, but many other things could cause issues other than social networking. You may or may not remember our 4 main points. 1, finding long-lost relatives. 2, entertainment. 3, e-bites. And 4, Skyping with business. Finding long-lost relatives and staying connected with your family is very important in a teenager's life and builds self-confidence. Our second point was entertainment, such as YouTube. We stress this point because there are so many money-related opportunities. So many people have been discovered. For example, Justin Bieber, Mia Rose, and Andy Judges. The third point we debated was e-bites. This is important because it provides more information. Using e-bites, you can give long, detailed descriptions, pictures, and links to help people out. Our fourth and last point is Skyping with business. Skype has so many extras to ensure no calls are dropped and the quality is clear, such as screen sharing, call forwarding, and conference calling. Again, we would like to thank the judges and audience for being here today.
Our team believes that the negative effects of social media outweigh the affirmative side of this argument, with 5 points to prove it. Our first main point is the fact that cyberbullying, our second point is negative health effects. Our third main point is the fact that all posts are permanent. Our fourth point is that minors are exposed to dangerous and inappropriate websites. And our final, fifth point is that internet users can become the victim of a scam or a fraud. Think about it. Would you like any of these things to happen to you, your friends, or your family?
Our team would also like to remind the judges that our points were well supported with solid facts and references. These facts and references were of higher quality than the opposing teams because they were from criminal websites, while the affirmative team's facts references fell flat and were just mediocre. I mean seriously, what is submitarticle.com? Where'd you get that reference from? Our team deserves to win this match because our argument outweighs the affirmative side of this debate. The prompt clearly states that social media has improved the lives of students. This is incorrect. Is it worth using YouTube for entertainment when you can just go outside and play? We don't think so. The word improved, as used in the prompt, means to make easier or better.
Farmville.
Before we get the final results of this last debate, I just wanted to personally, Mr. Borden and I want to thank a few people. First of all, our hosts and hostess, Nick Simmons, and please stand up and be recognized. Somebody does not show. There were 4 alternates: Emily Keeler, Michaela Hillier, Tim Potter, who actually did debate tonight, didn't have a chance, and Becky Seekton. We really couldn't have gotten through tonight without our right-wing man, Alex Bianco. The affirmative team.
It's really interesting. At this point, we're going to announce the 2 highest scoring teams of the evening. And then those 2 teams are going to come forward. And then let's just get to that point first, and then we'll tell you what happens. Because we ain't done yet.
The 2 highest scoring teams of the evening. The first of the 2 teams is the team of Brian Dougal, Mary King. The second team will be the team of Jeff Stevens, Zach Borden.
Fantastic. Now, we produce a very special magic quarter. I would flip this, but I don't want to embarrass my incredible coordination. So I'm going to give it to Dr. Milliard.
So what we're going to do now is we're going to flip a coin, and they're going to decide who is going to be an affirmative and who is going to be the negative. So I guess maybe you can decide, and then you can decide. I think you have to put your people with that. Whether you're going to go first or all right. So I'm going to do this. All right. We're going to flip the coin. Do you want heads or tails? Tails. All right. Who's the tail? All right. You want to be negative or affirmative? We have no idea what the prompt is yet. Affirmative, negative. Okay. Sit down at the table, and now we'll give you your prompt.
Now we can ask the judges to open their white envelopes in their judging packets. And now Mrs. Milliard is passing out white envelopes to each of the lightning round contestants who are now asked to open those white envelopes. Now I'm going to ask Mrs. Milliard to read the lightning round proposition. Now let me make this clear. This is a brand new proposition that no one has seen before. Let me ask the audience, can you imagine this? These are 8th graders. They're about to read a proposition, a brand new debate proposition. The one you just heard argue, they were working on for 2 weeks. They're about to see a brand new debate proposition that they're going to have 8 minutes to work on. I'm not kidding you. 8 minutes. They'll have to decide who's going to do a 1-minute opening, who's going to do a 1-minute rebuttal, who's going to do a 45-second close. That's what we call it, the lightning round. And whichever team wins will be the 2012 champion because we're moving to a new middle school. So they'll always know that they'll be the last white middle school debate champion. How's that, apples?
And I defer to Nick, you're talking. Nick likes the stage.
Okay. The background states, the federal government is concerned about the dramatic rise in skipping school and disruptive behavior in its public high schools. Chronic truancy makes it difficult for truant students to learn, and disruptive behaviors affect not only the offending student but entire classrooms as well. Proposition is, the United States Congress should pass a law that makes getting one's driver's license connected upon one's behavior and grades in high school. Students who do not maintain at least a C overall average and who have more than 6 consecutive absences would be unable to apply for or receive a driver's license until the next year of school. Such a law, it is to significantly reduce both truancy and disruptive behaviors in our schools and make them better learning environment for all concerned. The affirmative team will agree with this proposition as stated, while the negative team will disagree with this proposition.
Okay, so we're clear, students must maintain, by the way, this actually has been discussed in the Massachusetts state legislature. Students have to maintain a C overall average in school and have less than 6 unexcused absences, or they could not get their license that school year. The affirmative team says, great idea. The negative team says, bad idea. Starting now, they have 8 minutes to develop an argument. If anyone goes to the bathroom, please come back in 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
Us at the affirmative team completely agree with this prompt. This is because it prevents dropouts by making an incentive for students to succeed. Just like my dad always says, you gotta learn to earn. And this is a perfect example of that. America will become a better country in the eyes of the public by making us smarter. We will become more profitable and a stronger country all in all. Because of this incentive, literacy rates will increase due to the fact that students will be applying themselves to their studies. Less students will feel left back because less people will feel left back by making kids feel better about themselves so they feel in place. All in all, America will become a better country. How can you argue with that?
We, the negative team, think that the United States should not pass a law that unless a student can maintain a C overall average and have more than 6 overall absences, shouldn't be able to apply or receive a driver's license. What if there's a kid who has dyslexia or any other kind of disorder? Does that mean that if they miss 8 days of school or they're unable to maintain a C average, it's not their fault, so they should be able to get their driver's license? How is that fair?
Point 2. What if your parents take you out of school for a vacation? Does this mean that these students can't get their license because they've been out of school for more than a week?
I would like to know if the negative team even read the prompt, because it says unexcused absences. A vacation is an excused absence. And all it takes is just an email from the parents to say why they are not in school. Also, the learning all the different rules. So all it really took was to read the prompt the right way and actually think about it. Thank you.
Hi, I would like to say a few points, but maybe a little more nicely.
Yeah.
The affirmative team mentioned that America may become better and stronger because we will be smarter. Well, how does being smart make you stronger? Do you know how many countries aren't very smart but have 10 times more strong in spirit than we are? And you also mentioned that you can help students apply themselves to their work. Well, what happened to everyone having fun? If students are doing work all the time, how are we supposed to have fun anymore? And just because you miss days should not have to mean anything mean you don't make your license. Some people may miss days and not be able to keep up their grades. But what does grades have to do with driving? Being able to drive shouldn't have to do with how many absences you have. Just because you are absent and can't keep up your grades doesn't mean you aren't capable of driving. If you have to go somewhere and your parents can't drive you, how are you supposed to get where you need to be just because you were absent and couldn't keep your grades up?
Once again, I'd like to thank the judges and both teams. Congratulations, negative team, for making it this far. But now, just an example of a smart country that's strong is China. Their literacy rate is way through the roof compared to ours, and they are dominating the world for smartness and new technology. And also, haven't you ever seen the kids downtown on the town common? To me, they're having fun too. You don't need a car just to have fun. And also, you said absences about that. Well, my excuse absences basically means you just don't care. All it takes is just an email from a parent or a teacher. They'll get it. A doctor's appointment, emergency, maybe a funeral. Just email a teacher. It's not that hard. Now,
Thank you.
We, the negative team, stand by 4 points originally stated by the owner. 1, dyslexic kids and other special needs kids can't get their licenses. Well, is that really fair? No. Also, if you take a vacation, does that keep you from driving? Because it's like a 6-day vacation or something? No. And how do grades and absences affect your driving? They don't. And also you guys said that it will make you smarter. Well, I know that after you get your license, you're just going to slack off again. So, thank you, judges, for your time and consideration judging our